Well, 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 you sick, twisted freaks. Welcome back to the Tactical Hyve. We are in an undisclosed location / bunker preparing for the worst.
The first ever hurricane in San Diego in 80 years. So it's not really the first ever.
But
it's the first in 80 years. It's still a big deal.
It's mind-blowing. It's earth-shattering.
It's a big deal. People are losing their minds.
And Dave, it's sort of like if it started snowing in Southern California, people would just be paralyzed, right? So we drove on the highway today, and there was absolutely no one there. It looked like a scene from the Omega Man back in the day, right? Okay, Charlton Heston. If you haven't seen that movie, you should. So Dave and I are here in this wonderful bunker to talk about top things. And once we pay the bills on an intro video, then we'll come back and talk about the top things.
Hey guys, we'd like to thank Vetter Holsters for sponsoring today's video. They're American made, great holster, great fit. So if you're in the market for a new holster of any type or sort, give them a check in the description below.
Always remember, Vetter is better. Hey, thanks, and we're back again, and here we are, undisclosed location bunker.
We're hiding out from the hurricane.
Preparing for the worst. All right. So I told you before we were going to talk about the top things. Top things of all amount. There are all kinds of top things. You know, it's your Mount Rushmore of stuff.
True.
Right? So I know Mount Rushmore only has 4 faces on it, but let's talk about the top 5 things that you and we're going to agree to disagree on some of these, I'm sure, and we're also going to laugh a lot, but 5 big takeaways, right? 5 big experiences and takeaways from our combat career. How about that?
Okay, right? That's a good one. Yeah, that opens the door.
Starting off with you.
Whirl. Top things.
Whirl.
Don't take no for an answer. If you need it or the boys need it, find a way to get it done.
Don't take no for an answer. So there's a great example of that in the Special Forces movie called Green Berets.
Oh, Danielson.
Anderson. Yeah, he finds a way, right?
Finds a way.
He's the guy. He's the guy that gets the stuff.
He was the original Spec 4 Mafia.
If you guys don't know what that means, right? You have ranks in the United States Army, right? And we're using this Ranger background as our rubric.
Well, let me stop first.
Go ahead, stop me.
Spec 4 Mafia does not exist.
Ooh.
Let's just talk about that.
Or does it? So there's private second class, right, which is mosquito wings, private first class, which is mosquito wings with a small rocker underneath it, and then there's specialist. And if you really get lucky, if you can be a machine gun team leader or something like that, maybe, or you could be a corporal, which is
you're the leader of the Sham Syndicate,
a very junior non-commissioned officer. But the Spec 4 Mafia was usually related to, and tell me if I'm wrong, I don't think I am, the Specialist Mafia or Spec 4 Mafia was specialists that had Ranger tabs.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was kind of like, I guess, the original, there's made men and there's non-made men.
Oh, yeah, baby. You respect more with a tab, you're a dangerous boy.
Yeah, and if you're a corporal, you're a syndicate commander.
Syndicate commander. So, okay, again, with the specialist, right, in the rank structure, the specialist is not yet a junior non-commissioned officer. He is somewhere in between.
He's the highest rank you can be in the United States Army. And I'm sure our brother and sister services as well. But the highest rank you could be with literally no responsibility for anything else other than yourself.
No, that's true. Or the whooping of the youngsters.
True, yes.
Because in a Ranger battalion, by the way, once you get that Ranger tab, you are on your way to success, right? But as a young specialist, you're probably 18, 19 years old, 19?
Yeah, on the average, yeah.
Yeah, 19, 20, maybe 20, could be 20. I was older, but because I did things wrong. But so that's cool. So don't take no for an answer. I'm going to go with number 2 to me is a double. It's a double entendre, right? It is eat when you can and sleep when you can.
100% true.
This is infantry. This is like the infantry, one of the infantryman's maxims. Right?
Yes.
Eat when you can, sleep when you can.
101, yes.
You have anything to add? No, you don't.
I'm in complete agreement with it.
Completely simple, right? It's simple as concept, simple as execution. Eat when you can, sleep when you can. All right, case in point. I think I heard someone out there ask, give me an example. Okay, thanks for asking us. So in Savannah, for instance, you had to drive almost an hour or maybe even over an hour to get to the ranges, right? Mm-hmm. So you had to pile into a 5-ton truck. which leads us down another segue road. How many Rangers fit in a 5-ton truck?
One more.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We did not reherse this at all, by the way. So
True story.
So this is what Ranger non-commissioned officers know. One more Ranger will fit in that truck. I guarantee.
That's to guarantee it.
So as soon as you got in the truck, you poured a whole bunch of kids in there, and they all sat on. Most of them sat on the floors, and the non-commissioned officers sat on the benches, because if you have no tab, you're
on the slab.
On the slab. See,
This literally is not rehearsed.
this is perfect, right? And so you drive an hour. And what do these kids do right away?
Out.
Yeah, you're sleeping right away, man. You're sleeping right away.
Yep.
So, and then and anytime there's chow, you better eat it.
I'm with you. JP8 to this day. JP8 still puts me to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
How many, you get up and you get ready for your airborne operation for that evening, which, by the way, happens to take all day. I don't know why, but it does. After you're rigged up and you're hooked up and all your stuff, and now you're sitting on the tarmac under the wing of the aircraft with nothing to do for another 5 hours.
It's hot.
It is hot.
It's hot.
But the moment I smell that JP8, I'm lights out. Either head on your Kevlar or Kevlar under your chute, and you're just...
Yeah, rucksack flop.
Rucksack flop, 100%.
Rucksack now, right? We airborne officer rucksacks in front of you here because you're already rigged up. You're good to go.
Yeah.
You see some of these pictures of 82nd Airborne, 101st. No, maybe not so much 101st, but 82nd for sure. When they go to these, they go like the green ramp or wherever they go, and they'll sit in these long. So they didn't do what we did, but they'll sit inside. They're not hooked up, I don't think, right? They're JMPI'd, and then they're allowed to sit down, and they're all out, right? Just out. Airplanes too, right? Once you get on the airplane, you're going to your destination. If you are a private 2 or a private first class, or maybe even a specialist with no real leadership responsibility, what are you doing? You're sleeping. The command, they might be working a plan out or something, right? But not you, no. And then there's non-commissioned officers that are the jump masters and the safeties. They got stuff to do. They're not sleeping, but yeah, guess what? Pretty much everybody else is out.
Yeah.
Oh, hell. All right, number 3, it's on you.
Oh boy, number 3, things in life from being a SOF operator. Well, one, I was a SOF assaulter. How do you feel about that?
Segue, new subject. Frago. How do I feel about?
The assaulter / operator.
There's only one place that operators are made.
I know.
That's all you have to know.
Yep.
Nowadays, people say, well, yeah, he's an operator. Is he? Where did he work? Well, he was NSW, or he was Green Beret. No, not an operator.
No.
Thank you.
Even a regiment. I was an assaulter.
Shooter. I often use the term shooter because, well, you are. Even if you're a regular infantryman, third ID, you maybe be a shooter. So back to...
and I had a third other for a second because I was kind of caught off guard, and I didn't have a third one yet. And
I keenly moved it over to you.
Yeah, and so here I am back again on the hot seat. Yeah, and I don't know. I guess things learned as a soft operator, life lessons learned.
I'll take it.
Okay, thank you.
I don't trust anyone. That's not really true. That's not true at all. But it was a funny thing. Don't trust anyone. I don't. You know what? Being skeptical is something I learned a lot, because oftentimes command tends to overpromise and underdeliver. And you oftentimes too, you're asked to do something and it's difficult to be the honest broker. You may get something from someone, hey, can you do this? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, oh yeah, we can do that. And no, you can't.
It's a good segue into, as you were speaking, I was like, I got a great thing no one ever talks about, but it's a real thing. Remember back in being an E4, E5, E6, right? And you're coming up through the ranks and you're doing your things, and you have an opportunity to go to a school, or you may have an opportunity to go to take a new position somewhere within the element you're in, and you're told, don't say a word about it. Don't say shit, because people will literally cut you out from the knees. Never had that happen to you?
Don't say anything about it.
Yeah, like my class. Okay, I got Halo School 3 times. I re-enlisted for Halo School.
Okay.
I got Halo School awarded to me as an attaboy, great job, twice.
Right.
Never fucking got Halo School. Never went.
Liar, pencil.
And it's not their fault. They meant to send me, but every time, yeah.
Someone's fault.
Well, it's not mine. I wanted to go to.
No, it wasn't your fault. Not your fault at all. No, it's someone's fault though.
Yeah.
Their fault.
But it became a thing. Like if you're going to take a team somewhere, or if you're going to go to do something, people have actively told me, like, man, just keep that stuff to yourself. Don't say shit don't say shit about it until it's come to fruition.
I dig it. No, I dig that. Yeah. So is that number 4? That's number 4.
Hold your cards close to the chest.
Right. Hold your cards close to the chest. Don't talk about it until it comes to fruition. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
I think that.
Yeah. I think it's a good life lesson across the board too.
Completely.
Yep.
All right. I'll give you this one. We were talking offline a little bit. So oftentimes we carried in our career what was called a grid reference graphic. The grid reference graphic would go on each individual's arm, like not unlike a football quarterback has all his plays here. You lift it up and go, it's 24 cross power trap on 2. No. Okay. So what we lift that up and say, this was our target set. So before we ever went out anywhere, we'd take a geographical representation of the Earth, right, map, and of your target area, right, and you'd have all the numbers. You'd have your grid reference graphic was numbered. Your target number was, oftentimes it was like target house was 1, but then it was a series of numbers all around it. So obviously if something went bad on target, you could say, Dave, enemy fire coming from 302. And then you would know, right? So, of course, I wouldn't shout Dave. It would be proper rated procedures or something. But that was the grid reference graphic. But what was always funny to both of us was it's never right.
It's never the size you think it's going to be.
You learn that lesson over and over again. And you can't get it through your mind, man. You're like, gosh, this shouldn't be this big or it shouldn't be this small.
You're in a compressed planning sequence. And you're looking at all this imagery on computers and you got it all blown up. You're like, okay, it's big. This is a big target. And you get there and it's a damn dirt farmer's house with 3 shacks that you thought were 2-story buildings.
And the shit house is right up front.
Yeah.
Like they walk out the door, drop trowel. Let me segue to something else that never really, I couldn't really ever get this. And it was, when you're doing work out there, you're trying to predict the enemy. Because that's a natural human behavior. What are we going to do now? What are they going to do? What are they going to react to? And they would almost never would they do what we would think they should do. Common sense thinking sort of wasn't their thing.
Right.
Because when you're in their kitchen and you're looking in the drawers in the kitchen, you're looking for sensitive items. You're looking for SSE, sensitive site exploitation, right? Usually you're looking for stuff. And I'm in there and here's a knife drawer and there's potatoes in there.
Yeah.
Or there was batteries and then there was beets or something like that.
The most random of random things.
Soap.
Cakes of soap
Yes.
next to the potatoes.
But every blanket in that house was folded to perfection and stacked in every bedroom, literally to the ceiling, like Tetris. Tell me it was not.
It was. That's some interesting observations, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So I think you got something going on there. Yeah. Or you'd walk into the room, right, and all the blankets would be on top of the whatever the.
What made me think of it was like when you said talking about SSE, and I've thought about it before. You walk in, you see a room, and you're like, oh fuck no, not this one. Someone else can have this one. It's wall to wall carpet. It's wall to wall blankets. Like no.
But how often did you find computers or sensitive exploitation stuff, right? Sensitive stuff inside the layers of that.
Almost, I found a dude.
We found CDs. And,
I found a human being wrapped up in a blanket.
Why not? You gotta hide, right? Maybe, do you think he was using the principle of they can't see me? He closed his eyes.
I think, yeah, well, I think that's where it started.
I'll be good right here. They will never see me here. Man, some of those houses, you turn them upside down. Big time. Yeah.
Remember when we started to professionalize actions on target? And I say professionalize, like we started getting into the vernacular really hard. And I don't know if that was us following your suit or if that was just across the board at one time by command coming from the top.
Tell me more.
We turned yard sale and rat fuck into deliberate and cursory SSE. I mean, we literally used to say, hey, rat fuck the house, rat fuck. That turned into cursory SSE. And then there's something that drives you more to the target and say, okay, there's more here than we thought.
Turn upside down.
Yeah, instead of saying yard sale, turned into deliberate SSE.
Detailed, deliberate SSE. Yeah, that's quite possible. And because later on, obviously, somebody was listening and or watching.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. The problem was they were always in the jock.
Yeah. So you had to protect yourself a little bit there too. And there was also time. We had gotten to times where we're on a specific HVT hunt and we find different cars in the house area, whatever, and we would deny. Right, this is a military maxim, right? Deny the enemy transportation, right? So if he wasn't there, okay, it was a dry hole, but we would destroy the cars, and then we would get reprimanded for that. Yeah, I remember getting reprimanded for turning the house upside down and burning cars down. They got to go.
Yeah.
They got to go because you're using them as BBIDs. They're using them as transpo. Anything that hurts his ability to go from A to Z, get rid of them, right? But no. And because the politics obviously interrupted a whole lot of the operations. So, by the way, if you're watching this and you're wondering why we're not drinking bourbon, we're wondering too.
These conversations are good. I enjoy these.
I enjoy you, Dave. You're a good man.
You know what we need to do next? We need to do a video. You guys tell us, do you want to see this or not? I think a great video would be, and again, these are things no one ever talks about. We all talk about beating our chest, and you've seen, there's 1,000 videos of special operations dudes out there talking about what they did. And we all did it, and it's cool, and I love them for it. No one ever talks about the time they got in trouble. The top 5 times I got in trouble, or something like that.
I stayed out of trouble.
Mm-hmm. I can talk a book on that one.
More to what he's saying too, if you guys are checking out the videos and you have questions, so oftentimes we will sit around and try to figure out what we're going to talk about, and it may take a third party, right? And say, hey, we want to think about these. Well, why not have it driven by you guys? So, I would love to take questions, serious and funny, right?
Yeah.
Both. And if you have ideas, if you have some things you want to hear us yap about, then I'm more willing to do that.
Yeah, maybe we turn it into a war room thing.
War Room gets it first anyway, all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you're not a War Room member, you need to be one. Check out the description below. Exclusive content to the Tactical Hive, right? You're going to get this stuff long before the commoners get it later, right? So become an exclusive War Room member, Tactical Hive, and do it now.
Yeah, the last minute off the cuff things of what I learned being a SOF operator. It's pretty broad, right? It's more of a react to contact drill. That's how I feel this went.
If I can do like number 6 too, is like an honorable mention, and it's Murphy's Law, parts of Murphy's Law.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Because covering fire doesn't and suppressive fire isn't.
Yes.
Or
If it can go wrong,
It does.
it will.
so these are all, you can always take Murphy's Law and stick it in there somewhere too.
Yes, 100%. But it was good. It was our top things. We could have put a number on it because who knows where this conversation is ever going to go with me and Dutch.
Exactly.
But I enjoyed the time spent with you.
Well, yeah, man, thanks.
Yeah. So if you guys like content like this and you want to hear more of it, hit the bell, get fed. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you want to hear. And we'll see them on the next episode of
Forward to you next time.
Tactical High. So thanks, guys.